First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from the Superdome. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Looking to throw on second down. Drew, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defense.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Saints at 0-12 now on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding.
Pressure comes and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On second down, Kamara. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
To throw on 3rd down. Drew. Wide open receiver, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Drew. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Ready. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Drew. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brand, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties from big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did. And came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here, and no panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Off the play fake. Drew. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. There's Chris Olave. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off play action. Drew. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the 49ers will take over here just shy of the 30.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's got it inside the 10. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Davis Price, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Kamara try the right side. And he'll be out right at the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Drew. They'll get this out to Kamara. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They go play action here on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Drew, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Throwing after the interception. Drew throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
At the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Drew. Slant pass complete to Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Drew. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make.
Touchdown, 49ers! Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
We've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
On 1st down, Drew forced out to his left.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Drew. And that's complete to Cooks.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action. Drew. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And a decent effort, but they'll mark him down about 3 yards shy of the first. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
2nd down, here's Davis Price.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 14. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give them credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football.
sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And he is going to have the Niners first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Give to Davis Price up the middle here.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as
the ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
74 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He completes it to Olave.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Off the play fake. Drew.
That's Olave bringing in another one. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
19 more yards. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10. Drew. Open man here is Conklin.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Off play action. Drew. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Devin White picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
His throw caught right around the 6. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with that last touchdown, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Now a throw here to his running back. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. And you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give to Kamara running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 27 yards. And the Saints have taken a fourth quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. And that will make this a 4-point game. Tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. He's back to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
3rd and inches, and they got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it, changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This will get the lead up to 7. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for New Orleans, it's a hallelujah moment as they pick up their first win following 12 straight defeats. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they can